Ethan, we're at the vicious rock garden. What's your process here? What are you trying to do?
Definitely the straightest line, like first thing. Coming in, just not making too many turns, because too many turns, obviously slower line.
Yeah.
And then finding if there's stuff to double up, obviously, just to carry your momentum through, not getting held up. So yeah.
It's a bit different to last weekend at the IXS. Like, it looks a bit more difficult. Why is that?
Yeah, last weekend was a bit of a point and shoot. This weekend there's some more technical rocks, bigger rocks, and a bit of a more awkward turn out of it. So
you reckon direct is the one?
Yeah, for sure. Direct into it.
Cool. Cheers, man.
Yeah, no problem.
On the face of it, this section is insane. There are actually, when you simplify it, 3 lines into 3 lines into another 3 lines. At the top, at the entrance, there's an inside over a rock, then a middle line, then a fully outside. Then as you get to the middle bit, there's another 3 lines. There's a middle line down the ridge at the center, there's a left line through the gully, then there's a fully right line that takes you all the way around. The middle got a few sharp rocks in it, but there's no hefty compressions on it, so it is actually quite consistent. The left line though has some nasty pedal catching rocks and a massive compression. All the way around is definitely the most consistent and the smoothest, but it is the longest way. So the left line on the surface of it looks like it's going to be the fastest because it's most direct. Riders having to slow up so much because of how hard that compression is. Another line appeared after I finished talking about the middle portion. A sneaky inside formed when a pole got ripped out that allowed you to miss the worst of the compression. You can see here in this photo where the pole was in the morning. After that, they all kind of filter together again, and then there's another 3 lines. There's an inside next to the tree in the pad, then there's a middle line over the chunky rocks, and then there's a fully wide line which is smoother but longer distance. Wide line again is the smoothest and most consistent, long way round though. The middle line over the rocks is direct as well, but those rocks are going to slow you down as you go over them. And the right line next to the tree, it is smooth, but you leave yourself a nasty turn into the next straight. The most important aspect is how fast you come out of this rock garden. You do not brake into the next corner and down the next straight, so your exit speed is key. So Will taking the longer route and getting the straighter exit for more exit speed win out. My prediction is the wide line is going to be smooth and consistent and actually have a pretty fast time, but I think the top riders are going to be able to control that inside line and hold the speed onto the straight. Right, I'm down at the rock garden and I've spotted a YouTube sensation. Would you go that far?
I don't know about that.
We got Ben Deacon, and he is sporting a nice rock art. Oh, you've actually cut it. You loosened it up a little.
Cut it for the old flight. You see, they get a bit funky if you've got a full cast. So
Okay.
yeah, a bit of movement means I can put the coat hanger down there, give it a good scratch now and again.
In your semi-professional opinion, is going to be the hot ticket for this weekend?
That I don't know, mate, because we haven't really seen anyone. It's obviously been a long off season, so you don't really know. The problem is, back in the day, it was always the PEs, it was the Menards. Now there's so many fast dudes. It's hard to judge, isn't it, until you see first run and you're like, who on earth's that youth kid? Oh my!
Oh.
See what I mean? Like, don't even know who that is, and he's hauling.
That is Ethan Chandro, who just absolutely monstered past us. Rock garden, line choice, straight or all the way around?
I honestly think for the null factor, straight is the one, but seeing some guys hitting it super smooth on the outside, I think outside looks pretty fast and sort of fluid. There's no real risk in relation, is there? I don't think. So I think outside's going to be the one until you get the big dogs who are just probably going to send it straight. Oh my God. Yeah, just like that. Send it straight down the middle. You're going to be on edge, but I think that might be the quicker line.
Thanks, Deeks. Have a good weekend.
Cheers, mate. Done.
Right, I haven't had much practice with this, but I've tried to do ghosted footage. Let's see if this works. First up, we got Tanny Seagrave and Nina Hoffman. Tanny goes wide while Nina pulls ahead on the middle line. Nina dives into the inside, pulling ahead, but loses speed through the rough. Tanny slingshots around the outside with maximum exit speed. What's the clock going to say? 0.64 seconds. Big time for Tanny. Next up, I picked the fastest riders on all the different lines. We're going to do a tournament race here with the fastest rider advancing. First up, Loic on the sneaky inside and Amaury going to the outside, then in. Loic absolutely motors ahead. The entrance to the sneaky line is so fast. He dives inside while Amaury chases him down. Is there any way for Amaury to catch up? Nope. Loic takes that one by almost half a second and advances. Next we've got Phil Atwell on his middle to inside huck and Brooke McDonald taking the long road. They are both pretty even at this point and Phil pulls for his gap. He cases it a bit while Brooke steamrolls round the outside. Brooke slingshots past Atwell, but Brooke is going to take this one by 0.25. Brooke advances. Next up we have G. Atherton on the straightest, most violent line and Marcello Gutierrez on the middle to outside. G surges ahead into the horrendous compression. He takes it like an animal while Marcello slingshots round. Can G hold him off till the next straight? Yes, he can. That's a win for G and he moves through to match up against Brooke. Let's see how G's straight line powers match up against Brooke's meandering flow. Brooke's entry speed is insane. Brooke carries the speed round, T-boning through G's ghost. Bulldog's on the hunt now as he carves round onto the straight. What's it going to be? 0.32 faster for Brooke. He advances to the final. This is it. Who's taking the Rock Garden World Champs? Brooke on the slalom or Loic on the sneaky line? Loic takes an early lead and Brooke comes round for the T-bone and misses. He's going to have his work cut out for him to catch Bruni now. He's going to need mega exit speed to catch him. Will it be enough? No! Loic takes the title on the sneaky inside. Or does he? Development's on track. When this section of the track was taped originally, they had the post in a lot further into the track at the drop. Then when the guys came up to put up the banners, apparently what happened was the banner didn't reach, so they actually moved the post a little bit. So this opened up a line down the left-hand side, which Vasquez says shouldn't be there and it makes the section too fast. So they've moved that pole back in and they're going to put an announcement out to all the riders to say, don't take the left line in the Rock Garden. So anyone that's watching this before practice on qualifying day, do not go down the left. So that is Cathro Vision for practice day. If you enjoyed the slightly longer format and chats trackside, make sure you hit the like button, let me know you enjoyed it. If you want to see tomorrow, qualifying day, make sure you subscribe to the channel and I will see you guys in the next video. And don't forget, want any Mud Hugger swag, use code CathroVision here, get yourself some lovely product.